Okay,
It's
okay.
kind of
So,
like what you did.
all right, all right. So basically, what I'm hearing is you want to dive deeper into the idea of leaving the race of the Matrix and basically do your own thing. And I'm assuming you mean career-wise, kind of like getting paid to do what you would pay to do. Is that okay? Cool. Well, that's a great question. Are you know what your like? Have you found what you want to do, your calling or dharma or passion, as someone might say,
Yeah,
or
I
has it
mean,
found you?
I I couldn't say that I've like refined it into like a structured what I would offer, but I have a very good sense that I have a perspective that is valuable, and I have a lot of experience with plant medicine and like cold water plunging and like diving out, like going out into the forest and like really like coming at like from that perspective.
Awesome.
Like from like a more mystical place. That it's like trying to get at some deeper level of reality. So, and I also like part of the LGBTQ community, so I feel like that is like something that isn't really like talked a lot about in those communities.
And what community did you say?
LGBTQ.
Okay, cool. So, one thing I was going to say is congratulations on saying no to normal. And I do believe if we're going to allude to a dharma or a passion or a calling of yours, that the more you say no to things that are not there, the closer the yes to the passion finding you is. And what it exactly niched in looks like, it sounds like you don't know yet, which makes me think that you're actually there. I think most people that are on that path of like their true calling or letting what is within out is typically in a place of like unknown or a white space or a mystery or a mystical place. So congratulations on that. One thing, and also I was going to say, when you said it might be because it's a mouthful, the LG, the acronym, yeah. I noticed that just everything I heard was much clearer than that. That part was a little, like it sounded a little muffled and a little less expressed. Just side note, I'm not sure what that means, but that's one thing I didn't hear. I was like, wait, what'd she say? It sounded like something she wasn't so as comfortable expressing clearly for whatever reason in that moment. That's what I didn't know what it was. So that came up for a second, and I agree with you. Like, I don't know probably as much about the culture of those communities as you might, but I do think that culture is very strong and very supportive of each other from what I've seen. And like the more ideas that we can bring into such an open-minded, supportive culture that really seems to want the best for everyone and is based on freedom of choice, that's a great place to start. So have you had any visions or dreams or, visions or dreams of what that might look like?
Visiting spiritual vortexes in the world, bringing people into like a greater receptivity of, sitting in the silent mystery of connection with nature and life and themselves, and facilitating that. Basically that's, I think, the core of everything that, regardless of what the vision looks like, whether that's like, music and activism or, kind of doing what you guys do is facilitating retreats and like, breaking down those barriers of self for people and like, bringing them into that like mystery place. I think at the end, I think the essence of it is like facilitating, that mystical connection for people.
Cool, yeah, and I think we probably both see that the collective unconscious or the collective is what's in demand right now is what you're saying are retreats where there is a space held for adults to play with themselves, like rewild their inner child, jump in cold water, be in silence, not feeling pressure to be anyone other than who they are in the moment. And that's a big part of what International Tribe Design is. I'm curious, have you attended events like that and or have you co-facilitated? Like, have you been part of facilitating any events like that?
I've done one workshop where I talked about like elemental plant alchemy, and facilitating a workshop on talking about like the elements and how they express themselves through plants. which went really well. I really like had a great time doing that. I also I'm not sure if you're familiar with Mirka. She was like an understudy for Tony Robbins for like 15 years, and she like knocked it out of the park. She was like one of his top producers with his model of empowerment and like breakthrough and like talking about all those things. I've gone to a couple of her events, so I've been to events like that. I have really, like watched your guys' retreats and been always interested in coming out to one. And just haven't really found myself in the like financial place or like place of commitment to be able to like make it out to one. And also I have like my own like process with like, am I going to be understood? Like my like politics or like my like the intersections of like my value system, like are they going to be understood? Because like that's a really important part for me, and that's why I feel really called to specifically cater like this this service and this process to like the LGBTQ communities, because I feel like they don't like there's a lot of complex like little value systems that a lot of people don't really understand how to like integrate into these models. So yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, I remember, I'll give a personal story. I remember the Tony Robbins Business Mastery in West Palm Beach that someone highly suggested I go to, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. And then at that time it was $10,000, and I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. So I reached out to people, figured out, is there any way around the $10,000 and all this? And I ended up getting a pairing with a premium guy or whatever that they have the premium club, or I forget, the platinum, and I got front row seats for $3,500 instead. And I remember that was probably the biggest investment I've made in someone else's event at that time. And then I noticed afterwards it was so much easier for me to sell tickets that were $3,500 to events that I was facilitating. So there is something to be said about walking through the metaphorical fire when you're asking other people to do it, whether it's a financial leap, whether it's a leap in understanding. That was the one thing I was going to say with about 3 minutes left here. I would want you to come to one of our events because you think you might not be understood. And I would love for you to come to one of the events and really feel misunderstood. I would love that, especially based on what you want to do. If you want to really bring in mystical ideas that are beyond understanding potentially to a large group of people and really be that catalyst for change for the collective and multiple people, then I think those are two things that sound like it might be important for you to experience, to make sure that you have experienced those, is like really feeling misunderstood and maybe a large group of people, and maybe taking a financial leap into an event that you might be facilitating one day. And then the other way, real quantum leap, is just to go ahead and facilitating it. But I noticed I was at much more ease and grace once I was willing to make the investment that I was asking other people to make. And then on the other hand of that, when I'm facilitating the events, it's like, can I be the one that looks foolish or be very judged, or the one that's like really misunderstood? I mean, sometimes, like my last event, I think probably more people had judgments about me than anyone else. And that's what sometimes I think what the leader does. The leader gets the person that goes to the wall first gets the bloodiest.
Yeah.
And sometimes that feeling that fire a bit more than the people they're following is maybe the price a trailblazer pays every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. And I think that I'm attuned into that martyrdom aspect a bit, and it inspires me, and it also makes me nervous to put myself out there. I think because I've experienced heartbreak before. I know that we're kind of running out of time, but I feel like my being is nervous about having that happen again. Basically experiencing disappointment.
And that it's like I've recently heard this idea that what people fear is sometimes what they really want, is their biggest desire. Like people fear the most is actually their biggest desire, their deepest desire, maybe of their higher self. I'm not saying I'm not saying anything I say I even believe 100%, but these are great ideas that I am happy that we are exploring together. And I'm not going to pretend to have any answers for you, but with 10 seconds to 11 minutes, I'm happy that we got to ask good questions to each other. It got me exploring more, so thank you. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan.